Baruch, good morning, Abotai. Another very integral part of the Seder, which comes up anytime we eat matzah or drink wine, is the mitzvah of haseva, which is leaning or reclining. It's very important to do that because, according to the Rambam in Shulchan Aruch, if at least for men, women also have to lean, but at least for a man, if he didn't do it, if a person didn't lean or recline while he was eating matzah or drinking wine during the Seder, you have to repeat that eating or that drinking. That's the halacha. Women also have to recline, but if they didn't, they don't have to repeat b'di'avad post facto. Now, what does it mean to lean? What does that mean? Hagon Chacham ben Zion writes in Or L'Tzion Chelek Gimal that a person has to be leaning in a 45-degree angle. It's pretty steep. Nevertheless, Maran Zichrono Livracha disagrees with that. He says it doesn't have to be mamash 45 degrees. And he himself, Maran Zichrono Livracha, at his Seder, didn't lean 45 degrees. Even, a little bit of a leaning is mutar. Now, you have to be leaning on something, not in thin air. Either on the back of a chair, on the arm of a chair, on somebody else, on the table. You see some people leaning into thin air, that nothing supporting your body weight. That is not considered reclining according to halacha. Now, the best way to do it is the way I do it, is if you're sitting on your chair, you tilt your body a little bit. If instead of having your back against the back of the chair, if you tilt your body a little bit, and then you lean your shoulder or your side against the back of the chair, that's considered a good leaning. Now, there's a machloket. What happens if a person leans uncomfortably? Which means it's uncomfortable for him or he did it in an uncomfortable way. Hagan Rav Scheinberg and other poskim hold that the point of the leaning is supposed to be derech chirut, and if it's uncomfortable, you're not yotzeh. You must make it comfortable. Nevertheless, Hagan Yalkut Yosef writes in Hilchot Pesach, he says, Meikar Adin, you should try to make it comfortable, pillows, whatever it is that you need to make it comfortable, an armchair. But if it was uncomfortable, nevertheless, if you leaned, you're yotzei the chovah of that halacha. Now, the parts of the Seder where you need to lean are Kadesh, which you have Kiddush. Then, once again, at the end of, which means all four cups. The four cups are by Kiddush, end of the Haggadah, end of Magid, after Birkat HaMazon, and after the Halel, and any time you eat matzah. We eat matzah 3 times. By Motzi Matzah is once, by Korech is the 2nd time, and then by Afikoman, by Tzafun, is the 3rd time. So there's 7 times you have to be leaning throughout the Seder in order to be Yotzei Nechovah. So pay attention to that. Like we said once again, women are obligated to lean as well, but the only difference between men and women is b'di'avad post facto if they did not. Men have to repeat the eating or the drinking. Women do not. Yom Tov M'vorach.